Welcome 7th graders. So, I'm your English teacher Miss Gaganpreet and this is your next session of School from Home. I hope you're enjoying your studies, you're keeping well and you all are safe. So, as you all remember, since last few videos, in English we have been discussing the topic of determiners and we have discussed about few type of determiners. So today we'll be continuing with the next type of determiners, that is quantifiers. Quantifiers determine the appropriate number or amount of the plural or uncountable nouns. See, quantifiers, as the name suggests, they tell us about the quantity. Okay, so if we have certain quantity, means it would be more than one, it would be something plural. So countables are used to tell us the amount or number of the plural nouns or the uncountable nouns. So for that, there are many type of quantifiers. Different words are used as quantifiers. For example, much, many, few, little. So we'll learn a bit about them today. So first of all, the first quantifier that we'll study today is some. Used with affirmative verbs. Affirmative means positive. ऐसे verbs जिनमें not ना हो. For example, she bought some butter. Okay, so some is used with affirmative verbs. In questions where yes is expected as answer. So whenever there is a question in which we expect the answer to be yes, in that case we use some. For example, did some of you hear the bell? In offers and requests, if we are offering something or we are requesting for something, in that case we use some. For example, could you lend me some money? So it is a request. In that case we use some. Next we have any. Any is used with negative sentences. Negative sentences means the sentences which have not. For example, I haven't got any money. I have not got any money. Here not is given in the sentence. It means it is a negative sentence. So we will use any. Now there is a simple example. If the sentence is I have got dash money. Here have is a positive verb. So we'll use some. I have got some money. I have not got dash money. Here it is have not. Negative sentence. We'll use any. I have not got any money. Used with hardly, barely, scarcely. Whenever we have these words, we use any with them. For example, I have hardly any knowledge of her activities. Next, in interrogative sentences, when there is a question, for example, have you got any problem? Okay, in that case we use any. Now there is a note. Some, when used with singular countable noun, means unspecified or unknown. Example, some idiot keeps calling me on my cell phone. See, whenever we have a singular countable noun, okay, in that case also sometimes we can use some. And when do we do that? When the thing is unknown or unspecified. For example, some idiot keeps calling me on my phone. Here we don't know which idiot. The person is unknown to us. So we can say some. Next, any can mean practically every or particularly no one. For example, any student can get to the top with hard work. Now, any means practically अगर हम देखें तो कोई भी हो सकता है. Anyone. Okay. But we are not talking about any particular one. Okay. For example, any student can get to the top with hard work. Here, any student means जो भी स्टूडेंट हार्ड वर्क करेगा मतलब कोई भी हो सकता है आप में से एनी वन ऑफ यू ओके बट वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट एनी पर्टिकुलर स्टूडेंट सो इन दैट केस वी यूज एनी आई होप द डिफरेंस बिटवीन सम एंड एनी इज क्लियर टू यू नाउ नेक्स्ट वी हैव लिटिल अ लिटिल द लिटिल few a few the few. This one is a very confusing one. Students get confused in them, so please listen carefully, okay? Little, a little, the little donate quantity and are used before uncountable nouns. Okay, first thing they are used before uncountable nouns. See, little, तीनों little वाले हैं ना? So little is with uncountables. Next, few, a few, the few denote number and are used before countable noun. So whenever we have little, it is related to uncountables, and few is always related to countables. I hope this much is clear. Now we'll see them in detail. First is little and few. Little few denote infinitely small or lack of something. They are almost negative in meaning. So little and few का मतलब क्या होता है? What does that mean? They means ना के बराबर, nearly nothing, infinitely small. Whenever we have to say ना के बराबर, बिल्कुल ही कुछ नहीं, then we say little or few. For example, there was little hope for the patient. Means almost no hope, nearly zero. Okay. There are few people who wish to buy a small car. Means nearly everybody is interested in buying a big car. Okay. No one is interested in buying a small car nowadays. So it means nearly no one. Little with uncountables, few with countables, little with and few. Both are used when we have something nearly negligible, very small. Okay. Next we'll see a little and a few. Same, remember little for uncountables and few for countables. Now a little. A little means a small amount, thoda sa. And a few means small in number. Okay. Means they have some positive meaning. कुछ तो है मतलब थोड़ा सा चाहे. So a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. A little means थोड़ी सी, a small amount. Okay. A few members were absent from the meeting. A few means a small number of people. Same condition is little for uncountables, few for countables. Now third is the little and the few. Both the little and the few indicate an amount or number which is not much but is all of the available. They are followed by relative clause in which that is omitted. Now the little and the few means not much means ज़्यादा नहीं, but जितना भी है वो सारा. So when we have जितना भी है, that condition when we have, we use the little and the few. For example, the little money he had was spent on his wife's illness. जितनी भी money उसके पास थी, it was spent on his wife's illness. Next, the few spectators who came to see the match were disappointed with India's batting. जितने भी spectators आए थे, they were disappointed. So, be careful. Little family for uncountables, few family for countables. Little and few means nearly nothing, negligible, infinitely small. A little and a few means something, a small amount. And the little and the few means जो भी थोड़ा सा. Okay? Of all that is available. I hope this much is clear to you. Less and least are comparative and superlative forms of little. So if we have to write the comparative and superlative form of little, we use less and least. So students, thank you. That was all for this video. And we'll continue with quantifiers in the next video also. It's my request that please listen it carefully and try to understand the difference between these words because they're a bit similar. Okay. Thank you and keep practicing. Do your assignments very nicely. And if you have BBC, you can do your assignment work in your BBC as well. Thank you.